Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now it's almost the end of the season. For some, probably already is the end of the season. For me though, I like to fly whenever I can all year round, but I must admit here in the UK, it's pretty cold. I mean, it's November right now. There's a lot of wet days as well, and obviously it gets dark early in the evening, which rules out evening flying. However, that aside, when it is dry enough to fly, regardless of the cold, I still want to go and fly. So I thought I'd take a look at the new winter transmitter case from Revoc. So let's get into it. Okay, so before we open this up, I just want to quickly say this video isn't a sponsored video, but I did reach out to Revoc and say to them, I'm really interested in having a look at one of your cases, and they sent me one completely free of charge, which is absolutely amazing of them. Now, I've used their products before. Those of you that follow me know that I use their wing bags, their fuselage bags, which are really top quality. Have them on the big krill model, new set for the Ultimate, and also for the Swift. Really happy with them, so I'll be continuing to use them on some of the models going forward. But I thought, no, hopefully this winter case is the same quality as those wing bags. Let's open the box and find out. Okay, it's just the camera around there. I think you guys can just about still see me, but it's more important we check this out. So, opening up, here we go. First impressions. Stay. Let's try that again. So, first impressions. So, first off, these come in a wide range of different colours. Let's throw up the website very quickly to have a look at these. They go all different colours there. I didn't ask for a particular colour. Obviously, this come across free of charge from Revoc, which is very kind of them. So they've just sent me what they had, orange. But what they did do for me is they put my logo rather on the side of it, which I thought was a nice touch. So you can have anything printed on that side of the cover. Okay, check the website for details. But I thought that was just a great touch. So let's take a look. See, we have perspex, or clear rather, flap there, and with two sides. The idea is if you zip these up and then velcro either on the inside or on the outside here, that gives you your shape. Okay, you see there it's got the shape of it. So it's padded on the sides, padded all around. Actually, it's got a hard base on it as well, and on the back you've got another zip here, which is to stop it fogging up basically. So the idea is to let some air flow through and stops that screen fogging up inside. Obviously two sections on the side. Now you'll notice, or you may have noticed already, there's no holes in the top of it. So those of you that fly with straps like I do, you've got to put your own hole in there, and I'll cover that shortly, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with my transmitter and how I approach that. They've done that on purpose, so obviously it depends what transmitter you have as to where you want the hole to come out, whether it's in the middle, whether it's on the sides. So that's why they've done that. So let's see what else is in the box. We have a bag of bits. First of all, a nice cloth here for cleaning the screen. So that's great. Let's put that over there. We'll give that a clean once we're done. I have several pieces of Velcro, and that's the idea behind that is you can put the Velcro onto the back of your transmitter to hold it in place, so it's sliding around inside the winter case. Now, I'm going to try not to do that. I'm not a fan of sticking things to my transmitter, to be honest with you. It just feels a little bit wrong. But let's see if we can get away without doing that. If I can't, then I will of course put it on. What else do we have? Surface cleaner. So that's again for cleaning the screen before we put the holes through, which I'll cover shortly. And then we have this as well, which I'm not 100% sure where that goes at the moment, so we will find out throughout the course of prepping this and getting it ready. Then finally, inside the box, we have all these different, I guess they're templates, but really what they're for is once you've cut the hole through the screen area of the winter case, you can then put this round it, and that's where you'll pull your your cable through if you like, or your strap through, depending on what transmitter setup you've got. So there's all different shapes, from slots to holes there to do that, and they've got a nice backing on them. So again, I'll show you what I do with mine in just a few moments time, but there's plenty there. They are a little bit sticky on both sides. So okay, so that's all what's in the box, which is absolutely fair enough. So let's now get back to the case and I guess get the transmitter out. Okay, so I've just grabbed my transmitters. I'm currently flying with the Futaba 18SZ. So if we open this back up, again, I don't want to use the Velcro, but the idea would be that you put the Velcro straps in here, put transmitter on top, and they'll stay on the transmitter. I don't want to do that. So let's see what we can do instead. So this, idea behind this is if your transmitter has a bar across the back of it, a handle, you can actually wrap that round and then stick that down with Velcro, which is probably what I will be doing. So something along these lines. I appreciate, guys, this is pretty hard to see at the moment, so bear with me and I will adjust the camera. Let's move that out of the way. Probably want it, I think, where would I want it? Probably more towards the top. Let's just start off there. Put that pad in. Line it up on the top. Put it down, okay. So let's give this quick test run. Just to make sure I've got it in the right place. So obviously it's weird to pick up at the moment because I've not got my strap. But that feels like it'd be okay. So my hands are nowhere near the top of the screen. I can still get to various switches. You guys can just about see that. Feels okay. I think it'll be fine. So what I need to do then now is work out how I'm going to put this hole through. Just making sure there's no kinks in the screen area at the moment. And I'm roughly lined up in the middle. Just move that down. I just undo the zip to do this. So the hole is probably going to be about there, thereabouts. Might come down a little bit very slightly. All right, let me put that through. Okay, so I've done the zips back up on this to try and get a position for the strap. So here's my normal Futaba strap. Also, I'll put a hole through there. Now this is quite wide, so I was thinking it'd be nice to have a short piece of strap to permanently attach the transmitter, leave through the hole. I'll just clip on, but I don't have anything to hand, so I'm going to make the hole wider, so I'm going to put this through. So going back to these parts, probably going to use one of these. That's what I'm currently thinking. Or maybe a slot. I think this is probably going to be more appropriate. So the bottom ones are basically red, top one is black. So let's get the hole in the right place first and then put that on. So I've probably got a marker here. I'm just going to squish down a little bit. I reckon it's probably there or thereabouts. It's going to be close enough. Simple as that. I'm going to open this back up. Take the transmitter out. Turn this round. And I will just quickly check that is near enough in the middle. Just a rough guide. Roughly 10 inches is about 5 over very slightly. What am I going to use here? That feels a bit too big. I'll use that small one there. Knife. Measure twice, cut once. Why these feel quite so gooey. Going in. Kind of wants to be a bit bigger than that. Yeah, it's not quite right. Let's see what else we've got. Let's go for the next size up. I'll do that size instead. Get lined up again. That'll be easier. So I'm just going to extend this very slightly. That already feels better. Just check it again. Yeah, much better. Right, so what we're going to do is, I think we're going to put this on. Could put one on both sides really, wouldn't hurt, would it? I say these are really sticky, really gooey. Just double checking that is, look at that. Nice state of that. Right, okay, let's get cleaned up, clean this up. Clean that up, and I'm going to stick it on. Okay, that is on. That was a pain, I must admit, because it was just so sticky. It ended up getting it all over my fingers when trying to pull the backing off, but that's done. So I'm going to put one on the other side as well. Just move as well. And then just right over. Okay, there's the second one finally on. I literally had to go and get a pack of wet wipes to get my hands clean before doing that. Oh, and there goes the water from the wet wipe, but I'll clean the screen shortly. So that should stop it splitting any further. I mean, they are super gluey and gooey, as you saw. So let's now see if the strap goes back through okay. Ignore the fact it wants cleaning up. Yeah, nice. That goes through fine, okay. I might just leave a strap through this permanently. I've got a couple of spare ones. Straighten that up because that's bothering me. Right, let's try again with the transmitter. Velcro is definitely doing its job. Hook this on. Do the zips up. I'm conscious the screen's dirty at the moment, so don't worry about that. We'll clean it up before we go fly, but I just want to try this out and see how that feels. Okay, let's give this a go. Ah, that's better. Right, it's kind of swinging a bit at the moment. Why is it swinging? Because that's kind of stuck. My hook's not hooking. Oh, there we go, that's better. That's it. So when I first picked it up, the hook was bent sideways rather than going straight down, so it felt like it was swinging around. So I think if that rests there, and what I may need to do is just lower my strap slightly now I've got this connected to it. So at the moment it's feeling a bit odd. I guess that's because I'm used to the transmitter coming right into my chest. And at the moment it's not coming into, or my stomach rather, it's not coming into my stomach because it's being pushed off with the case. So it's definitely a different feeling. It's not an uncomfortable feeling, it's just a different feeling. But the whole point is it's going to keep the transmitter dry if it does start raining, which is likely. And also hopefully keep my hands a bit warmer, because I should say at the beginning, I can't fly with gloves. I don't know if you guys can, but as soon as I start trying to fly with gloves, I really don't have enough control. So I like to feel the stick, so I fly fingers rather than thumbs. And I've tried fingerless gloves, but there's no point using fingerless gloves because basically it's fingertips that get cold, and that's the problem. You need to be able to make sure you can actually feel the stick, so I do anyway. But let me know if you do fly with gloves. I definitely don't get on with them, and perhaps you've got a pair that work better, but for now, I'm happy with that. How warm it's going to keep my hands, I don't know at the moment, but from a comfortable point of view, it feels okay. So a little bit different because I'm not used to using one, but I can get to just try all the switches, get to all the switches okay, and get full stick movement okay as well. I can see the screen, not that I ever look down at the screen, maybe just before I take off and when I just finish flying, see what the timer's on. That's about it really. So yeah, I think I'm ready to give that a go. Guys, let's take it flying. Hey guys, we've managed to make it down the field at last. Weather's been really bad since I recorded the first part of the video. For today it is bone dry. Well, it's dry for winter. There's no wind at all. It's early, but it is cold. As you can probably see from my breath. It's about 1 degree at the moment. I've got 3 or 4 layers on, I've had my gloves on, but the whole point of this is to actually test the winter transmitter case. Now let me show you what I've got with me. First off, I've got the NG that's sitting out there all ready to go. Just need to plug the batteries in. And I've obviously also brought, well not obviously, but I brought the little laser as well. So when I first got down here, something was niggling me, and I thought, Joe, I've changed the parameters a little bit. I'm a little bit uncomfortable flying with what's effectively a tray. I also thought I'd better just do a range test, because I don't want to send up my NG or any model really without first making sure the range is okay. And I did a range test and I wasn't quite happy with the results, and I'll show you why. So as you can see, the transmitter is inside the case ready to go from the range test I just did. And I've got my Ariel out, but my Ariel's not through the cover. And I think that's what's impacting it really, which I'm a little bit surprised about. But just for safety, I'm going to put a quick hole in here and push the Ariel through before we fly. Okay, so a very quick hole made in the top there for the Ariel to stick out, and I will put one of these covers on it later when I get back to the workshop, just tied it up. I've repeated the range test, and to be honest with you, it's only slightly better, and I think what I'm doing is I'm hitting the limits of the range test. So obviously the Futaba's got a special range test mode where it reduces the signal right down, you walk away. But I'm walking all the way over to that fence down there with my back to the plane, and that's where it cuts out. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. Okay guys, so flight 1's done with the little laser. Now here comes flight 2 with the NG. Flick you around so you can have a look. All ready to go. I've attached the camera on there for you, so hopefully get some onboard footage. I might just check this over. Low rates. Okay, hands still feel good. Let's see how this flight goes. It's going to take it easy for a minute until I get used to the transmitter.
I'm going to try my best not to look at the camera as well. Okay, straight and level. Bit of knife edge. Make sure one gets that rudder okay, which I can. Pulling up for half loop. 3/4 loop coming round, power off, quarter rolls. Pulling out. Loop in the middle. Absolutely beautiful day today. Nice big loop, coming back down. Going for a stall turn with full roll up, full roll down. Pulling out, powering up. Full roll. It's a bit scrappy, scruffy rather. And roll back the other way. Pulling out. So I can feel the case on the top of my hands, which again, it's taking a little bit of getting used to. But my hands are definitely warm. Fingertips are absolutely fine right now. Okay, I'm just going to enjoy the rest of this flight. If you guys want to skip ahead, feel free to. A little bit rusty. Four-point roll, slightly off there. Let's bring it back round for low flyby. No winds, it's going to be fun landing today. I really do like this model. It's going to be my go-to for the next season. I'm actually flying without one of the SFGs at the moment, just so that's why I've attached the camera, which hopefully is still on. And this actually is my new flying site that we're flying out at today. So I found this site with another buddy of mine just a couple of months ago, and we spent a little bit of time just getting it prepared, getting the grass rollered, getting it cut, getting a mower. So it's nice to have our own place again. Okay, let's see what the landing approach is like. Land either way today because there is absolutely no wind whatsoever. Just going to step forward for this, away from the camera, so I can see the model, not the camera. Beautiful. Perfect. Don't have to get those on camera. Okay, so that is my first full flight. Well, second one if you count the short one I did with the Skywing. My hands are warm. I mean, it is steamed up inside here. I've not opened the vent too far, but I don't really need to see the screen. So it just goes to show, if you have a look, that is keeping the heat from my hands inside there. My fingertips are absolutely fine. So far I'm pretty impressed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get 3 or 4 more flights on this, then I'll give you a bit of a conclusion once I've been down here for a few hours. Okay guys, so guess who got completely carried away with flying today and forgot to record the conclusion while I was down the flying site? Yes, that would be me. So I'll leave you a little bit of footage of another flight of mine from today while I'm giving the conclusion on the Revoc winter case. So I'm a massive fan. I like it. I like the quality. I like the fact it kept my fingers warm, my hands warm for a good 2 hours a day. I managed to get 5 flights in throughout that time. So yeah, I'm a fan of this. I don't know what else to say really. I want to try it in colder conditions. I want to try it when I'm down there for longer and see how I get on, and maybe one of those sort of grey horrible days where it is extra cold and the sun isn't on you. So I will provide an update in a month's time when I've got more flying in, but so far I really recommend it. Guys, thank you for watching this far. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to. I really appreciate that, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time round.